Yeah, so welcome. Happy Wednesday morning. I almost forgot what day it was. Oops. Um, or welcome whenever you're practicing this, if you are practicing the replay or on my website. For those of you who haven't met, my name is Jen. And for those of you that I know or have practiced with me before, welcome back. So I just want to take a second and just give you guys a reminder that, whether you're a seasoned yogi or whether you're brand new to the practice or, somewhere in between, that every time you step onto your mat, it's just a practice. That's all it is. There's no perfection. There's no practice makes perfect here. Practice makes progress. And so, we're just practicing whatever we're practicing on our mat, whether it's breathing or whether it's, a meditation or even our physical practice, our asana practice. We do those things so that we can take those tools, right? Because we're just adding tools to our toolbox, so that we can take those tools off the mat and use them throughout our life. So when those tough situations arise, somebody cuts you off in traffic, or whatever it may be, something even harder. Or if it's just a tough season, there's a lot happening right now. That maybe you take those practices and apply them into those areas too. Taking that breath work or your meditation, and just reminding yourself that, again, it doesn't have to look perfect. I don't know what that definition would even look like in yoga, right? And that it doesn't have to look the same as mine. It doesn't have to look the same as your neighbors or your friends or your spouses or your child or whatever it is. That, it's make it yours, right? Our poses may look very different. Maybe we all have different modifications. Our meditations can look different. For me, I have a hard time sometimes sitting in meditation. Like, that's not always an easy practice for me to do. So for me, running is very meditative. Anything can be meditative. You can wash the dishes and be in meditation if your mind is fully immersed in that activity. So just to remind yourself, that whatever it looks like today or tomorrow or yesterday, it's just a practice. And that the more we do it, the better it will feel. Okay? So with all that being said, just take a moment, take a hand to your heart space, let the eyes close. Don't worry about the shape of your body, how you're sitting, whatever. Just stay as you are, but connect the hand with the heart space. And just feel your body underneath the hand. Feel the expansion and contraction of the chest as you breathe in and out. Noticing the breath. And just remind yourself that through all of this practicing, through all of this life stuff that's happening around us, that you are still here. That you can connect to this place, connect to yourself at any point throughout your day that you need to. Maybe make that your mantra if it calls to you throughout your practice, or maybe even taking it throughout your day. Just that idea that I am here. I am here. just saying that to yourself a few times, letting yourself internalize it. And you're welcome to sit in this place a bit longer if you'd like. And then just join us as you're ready. But if you feel ready to move the body, go ahead and release the hand. You're welcome to keep the eyes closed or maybe gently open them. And then take an inhale. Reach both arms up towards the sky. Root down through the hips, lengthen through the fingertips. And then exhale, plant the right palm alongside of you. Send the left arm over the ear for a little side stretch. Begin to spiral the heart up towards the sky. Maybe the gaze follows. Inhale, come back to center, lengthen up. Exhale, plant the left palm, send the right arm over the ear. Once again, we're spiraling the heart up towards the sky. Maybe the gaze can follow. And we're still pressing the right hip down as you stretch the right arm over. Inhale, rise up, lengthen up. This time as you exhale, we're going to twist over the right shoulder, opening up the arms. Right fingertips come behind you, left hand onto the thigh. And just a gentle twist here. If it feels good, you can gaze over the right shoulder. Keep a tall spine. And let the belly be soft as you breathe in and out. Inhale, unwind, lengthen the arms up. And then exhale, we'll twist over the left shoulder. Again, the spine is long. You can take the gaze over the left shoulder if you like. Inhale, back to center. Bring the palms together over your head, and then exhale, draw them into your heart center. Take a moment just to pause. Connect the thumbs into the chest. I am here. And release the hands. And then go ahead and come to hands and knees, finding a tabletop pose. You're welcome to take a blanket underneath the knees if you'd like a little extra padding onto your mat, okay? Otherwise, we'll all find our way here, drawing the shoulders over the wrists, allowing the fingers to spread nice and wide, pressing into each knuckle, into each fingertip, taking some of the weight out of the wrists here. And then let's just move through a few cat-cows, making sure the tops of the feet are on the mat. So take an inhale, lift the head, let the belly soften, and just lift the hips here. As you exhale, press into the hands, draw the chin to the chest, and let the upper back round. Inhale, lift the gaze, pull the chest forward. Exhale, chin to chest, round the back. Really press that space between the shoulder blades up towards the sky. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, pull the heart forward. And then exhale, rounding through the back. So if this little cat-cow sequence feels really good, you're welcome to stay there. If you'd like to change it up, we can come into some hip circles. So just moving the hips over to one side, back towards the heels, to the other side of your mat, and just finding these circles, big, small, whatever works for you, and just, remind yourself that this is your practice. Again, it doesn't have to look like mine. I always say I'm just here making suggestions. So you can take them as you like or modify them as you like. Or maybe you just delete them completely and do your own thing. That's okay too. All right, so go ahead and switch the hip circles if you've taken those, moving the opposite way. Just allowing the body to begin to open up a bit. And then go ahead and settle back into that tabletop pose. Draw the big toes in towards one another. You can widen the knees if you feel like your low back is okay with that. And then just allow the hips to come to the heels. Arms extend long, forehead to the mat for child's pose. And as you come into that child's pose, see if you can reconnect to the breath. Breathing in, you open up the back side of the heart, the upper back. And as you breathe out, see if you can melt the front of the heart a little closer to the earth. So breathe in, expanding through the back of the heart. And then exhaling, melting the front of the heart closer to the earth. Take one more round of breath here. Keep the arms extended, root into the hands. Start to lift the hips, and then just curl the toes under. Lift the hips and press them towards the sky, and we'll come into a downward facing dog. Okay? So maybe you've been in this dog pose a million times, or maybe you've only been here twice in your whole life. That's okay. Just take a moment just to feel the body. Notice what it's feeling like. Notice the hamstrings, how they're feeling this morning. If you feel like they need to get a little bit more warmed up, you can bend one knee and then the other. Just, we call it pedaling out the feet. And then go ahead and take the feet as wide as your mat. Let the heels sink as close to the earth as they can get. You're welcome to keep the knees bent, especially because this is early in our practice, right? We don't want to crank on the hamstrings too much. And then just see if you can melt the heart towards the toes. Finding length in the arms, stretching out the back body. Lift the hips towards the sky. Give the knees a little soft bend. And then go ahead and walk the feet closer towards one another, bringing them back to that hips distance apart. Take the gaze between the palms and then just walk the feet up towards the top of your mat, bringing them behind the wrists. Knees stay soft. And then just fold the body over the legs. Let it hang heavy. Let the crown of the head hang heavy towards your mat. Give the head a gentle nod, yes. Give it a little shake, no. Release any tension. You're welcome to clasp elbows. You're welcome to sway. Again, whatever would feel good. If it feels best to keep the hands on your mat, keep the hands on the mat. Take a breath in and out. If you've bound the arms, go ahead and release them. Press the feet into the mat and we'll just slowly roll up. So move nice and slow here. We've been upside down in that forward fold for a bit of time. Coming all the way to stand. If you're not at the top of your mat, go ahead and make your way there. Standing nice and tall in our Tadasana, pressing the feet to the mat. Letting the arms hang alongside of you, and allow the palms to rotate so that they're facing the front of the mat here. Close the eyes. Find a breath or two. Let's just find some half sun salutations here. So take an inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, release the right hand down, send the left arm over the ears. So finding that little side stretch, keep the hips facing towards the top of your mat. Inhale, come back to center, reach up. Exhale, left arm down, right arm over the ear. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bend the elbows and just lift the heart. So just gently press the elbows back, finding those cactus arms, and just lift the heart. So we don't want to arch through the back because it's not gonna feel good here. We wanna keep the tailbone tracking towards the hamstrings and just lift the heart space. Inhale, lengthen up. And then exhale, soften the knees, release into a forward fold. As you inhale, take the hands onto the shins, come into a flat back, okay? So this little halfway lift, the crown of the head reaches forward, the tailbone is pressing back, the belly is in. So you can almost come and have like a little tea party on my back here, right? So you're looking for that flat back. And then as you exhale, soften the knees, come back to your forward fold. Inhale, press into the feet. This time we're gonna rise with that flat back. Taking the arms over the head, palms come together. And then as you exhale, we'll draw them into the heart space. We'll do that again. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, right arm down, left arm over the ear, side bend. Keep the heart spiraling up. Inhale, reach center. Exhale, side bend over to the left. Inhale, reach center. Exhale, bend the elbows. Find that heart space, lifting and opening. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Find your flat back. Hands are on the shins, or maybe the fingertips are on the mat still. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale. We're going to rise all the way to stand. Palms come together over the head. Exhale, draw them into the heart space. One more time, halfway through. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, release to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, over here to your left. Beautiful. Inhale, center. Exhale, lift and shine the heart space. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift. And then exhale, soften and fold. So this time we're gonna bend the knees enough so that you can plant the palms. And we'll step the left foot back. All right, wiggle it back if you need to, lower the knee down. You can add that blanket underneath the knees if you like. Uncurl the toes. Settle in here. Allow the hips to soften towards the earth. You're welcome to keep the hands on the mat if that feels a little more stable for you, and just pull the chest forward. Right? But if it's available to you, you can also take the hands to the thighs or maybe reach them towards the sky. Okay, so pick what your lunge looks like this morning. It doesn't have to look like mine. Okay, if you're here reaching up towards the sky, take an inhale. And then exhale, we'll all lift and shine the heart space. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release the hands, and we'll shift the hips towards the back of your mat. Pick up the right toes. Stretch out the back of the right leg here. Keep pulling the heart space forward. Okay, we're not rounding the back over the leg. We're pressing the belly towards the thigh. Bend into the right knee. Plant the palms next to the foot. Curl the back toes under. Lift the left knee. Plant the left palm. And then we'll twist over the right shoulder, reaching the right arm towards the sky. Spiral the heart towards the sky here. Take a breath in and a breath out to plant the palm. We'll just step the left foot up to meet the right and then come back into a forward fold. So moving to the next side, bend the knees, plant the palms. This time our right foot reaches back, step it back, lower the right knee down, uncurl those toes, and then take a moment here, let the hips settle. Maybe stay here, pulling the chest forward, really pressing the belly into the thigh. Or if you rose up on the last side, go ahead and make your way there, hands to thighs, or you can reach them up towards the sky. Rooting into the left heel, take a breath in, and a breath out, lift and shine the heart space. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, plant the palms, hips shift back, lift the toes. Inhale, bend into the knee, plant the palms. Curl the right toes under, lift the right knee, pressing the right thigh up towards the sky. Keep the right palm planted, and we'll twist over the left shoulder, sending the left arm to reach high. Inhale. Exhale, release the hand. Step the right foot up to meet the left, and you're in a forward fold. Press into the feet, rise to stand. Take the palms together over the head, and then exhale, draw them into your heart center. Take a moment to your right. Remind yourself, I am here. Wherever that is for you. And then keep the right foot where it is. We'll take the left foot, step it really far back. All right. And we'll start to open up the hips towards the long edge of your mat. Those right toes are still facing forward. Left toes are facing the long edge of your mat. Nice deep bend into the right knee. I'm gonna turn a little bit, maybe you can see me. There we go. And then we'll take the arms nice and wide, reaching them out. And then just gaze over the right fingertips, finding your warrior two stance here. Okay. Making sure that the right knee is tracking over the right ankle. And then allow the palms to face towards the sky, lifting and opening the heart space here. We're just going to be here for one more round of breath, letting those hips open up a bit. Grounding through both feet. And then on your inhale, straighten the front knee. Take the right toes to face the long edge of your mat. Turn the left toes to face the back edge of your mat. We're just turning on the feet here, coming into warrior two from this little stance here. All right, so bending into the left knee this time. Now we're in a warrior two on the opposite side. So take a second, look down at the feet. Make sure that left knee is tracking over the left ankle. You can gaze over the left fingertips. The palms are still facing towards the sky, keeping the heart space open, feeling the shoulder blades drawing together down the back. I'm going to take one more round of breath in your warrior two. Straighten both legs. This time we'll face all 10 toes towards the long edge of your mat. Take your hands to your hips. Keep a little micro bend in the knees. Take an inhale, lift and open the heart space. And then as you exhale, hinge from the hips and we'll fold over the legs. Release the hands as they're ready. And then just let that head hang. Finding a standing wide fold here.
We're just here for a couple of breaths. Inhale, plant the palms, come up halfway. Soften the knees a bit, take the hands back to the hips, and just rise all the way to stand. Turn towards the top of your mat, step it up. Let's make our way down. Take an inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, right arm releases, side bend to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, cactus the arms, shine the heart space towards the sky. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Soften over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Find your flat back. And then exhale, fold. So bend the knees, plant the palms, step the feet back and lower the knees down. We're coming into tabletop pose. Keep the toes turned under and then just walk the hands towards the body. Coming all the way up onto the knees. Take the hands behind you like you're placing the fingertips down into some like imaginary back pockets. Okay, can you guys see that? Press the tailbone down towards the hamstrings. And then begin to press the elbows in towards one another. So you'll start to feel this opening of the chest. And then just start to lift the chest. Maybe lift the gaze. Finding a little camel pose here. Breathing into the front of the heart space. Feel the expanse of the chest. Take one more breath in. Exhale, release it all. And then we'll just swing the legs out in front of you, coming onto the bum, and then coming all the way down onto the back. Keep the knees bent here. And then pressing into the feet, lift the hips and just shift them over to the right side of your mat, just a few inches. And then allow the knees just to fall over to the left. You can stack one on top of the other. Maybe come into wide arms or cactus arms. Gaze over the right shoulder. Take the gaze and the knees back to center. Plant the feet, lift the hips once again. This time we'll shift them towards the left side of your mat, and the knees can fall towards the right. Finding your twist. Bring everything back to center. Lift the hips, shift them towards the middle of your mat once again. And then just extend the legs here. Release the arms, palms can face up. You want to take a minute and just sort of walk the shoulder blades closer to one another underneath you, letting the chest be a little bit more open. Coming into your final rest, into your Shavasana, allowing the eyes to close. And just allowing yourself to be here. To be in this restful shape for the next few moments.
breath. Taking a few long inhales and slow exhales. And bring in some movement back to the body. Wiggling the fingers, the toes, maybe moving the head gently from side to side. Maybe taking the arms over the head, just finding a nice full body stretch. And as you feel ready, go ahead and take yourself onto one side or the other. Pause as long as you need. And then we can all meet back in a comfortable seat, maybe bringing a blanket underneath the hips so that you can sit comfortably for a few moments. And as you begin to arrive in that comfortable seat, go ahead and let the body settle in. Allowing the softness of the body from our Shavasana to continue even here. And so start to notice the breath. Just notice it moving in and out of the body, how it naturally flows. We're not controlling it. We're just noticing it for a moment. And so let's take that noticing and bring in a more intentional breath. So in your mind, picture a rectangle. All right, so you've got the short ends on either side and the long ends top and bottom. And so we'll start at that bottom left corner of your rectangle. So bring your awareness there. Okay, keep the awareness on that bottom left corner. Take an inhale through the nose. And then exhale it completely. As you inhale, we're going to take our attention up that left side of the rectangle to the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. And then as you exhale, we're going to come to the top of that rectangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale down the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now across the bottom. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left side up to the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale across the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and take 2 more rounds on your own. So 2 more of those rectangles. finished, allow the breath to return to its normal flow, keeping the eyes closed. And just allow the awareness to continue to be on the breath, this time without control. Noticing any thoughts that may arise, because they will. And then giving those thoughts recognition and allowing them to just move on. And then drawing the palms together at your heart space. Connect the thumbs right into the chest, right into the heart center. Reminding yourself, I am here. Thanking yourself for your practice. Thank you so much for being with me this morning and allowing me to guide you. Wishing you all love, light, peace, and joy throughout the rest of your day. Namaste, my friend.